Hey there, how you doing? Hope you're doing well this week. Hey, this is Professor Kevin. I just was looking at Facebook. This is my Facebook feed. I learn something new every week, and I hope you learn something new too. So I'm from Texas. You guys know that, right? I'm a Vietnamese Texan, and this right here is I want to say it right, a collage, a collage. Now I didn't know what this was, but there is this restaurant out here in California that sells collage, or let's see, what is this? The true word is a klob and snack. I can't even say it. It's Czech. Now check this out. These are Czech people who moved to Texas as immigrants, and they made this bun or thing. It's like a roll, and you stuff food in it. This is a gravy and sausage that I'm looking at, and it's delicious. It is delish. And these Czech immigrants came to Texas and made this dish, and it's popular. I'm assuming. I'm from Texas. I've never had this before. Anyhow, I just want to recommend you if you have a collage restaurant out in your area, Yelp it, see what you got. But I just wanted you to know that's what life is like over here in California. I just go and look around for food. Hope you're doing well where you are. I just wanted to share a little bit about my life. And if you're not friends with me at Facebook, please do so. It's K Win at 1122 is my handle, or Instagram me. I know a few of you guys already started following. Hey, I love your papers. You guys are doing such a great job on your papers. You are forming your thoughts better, very clear. You're following the guide that I gave you. Thank you so much. I know that early on in this class session, uh, you, it's a cat and mouse game. The professor grades your paper. You're like, okay, I wonder what he wants. I wonder what they like. Um, and it's more, and then the student will respond with the right structure and the right style, and we're starting to sync up. So it's pretty cool, and it's almost the end of this class season, so you guys are doing good. Thank you for that. Now, I want to give you a couple things before we close out. Number one, look at the grade center. Look at your grades right now. Since you got about one more, what I guess 2 more weeks. This is week 6 and then week 7. You want to start looking at your grades. If you see a number one in the grade, that means that assignment is incomplete, or I can't find it. I don't know what's going on. And a 1 means you still have an opportunity to make it a 100 or whatever score you can get. Okay? So go ahead and do that. Look at your grades right now. Go ahead and pause and look if you see any ones. Ones, you want to say, hey, prof, is there something I could do? Or basically, you need to submit something and then send me an email that you did it so that I can go ahead and take a look at the grade. You cool? All right? I want everybody to earn every point possible in this class. You got one more week left, and that means there are 2 more big assignments. So if you look at week 6 and week 7, there's a couple assignments that I want you to make sure you're paying attention to it. Start thinking about it, and then you can finish off this this class session with high scores, and you're going to do well. Now, let me give you final thoughts on leadership. Now, if I were to teach this class live, I'd be like going all over the place on some really good leadership concepts. You've learned a lot of different concepts, but let me tell you something about my studies that I've just in the research world that you may want to know. In leadership development, there's typically 3 major areas that people develop. Okay? So if I were to develop someone, if I were to coach someone, I'm thinking of 3 big buckets of leadership skills. Okay? The first one is, you've been probably reading a little bit about it, but it has something to do with leading self. This is self-regulation. This is introspection. This is managing oneself, our attitudes. Why do I feel a certain way when someone emails me? Why do I feel a certain way when they talk to me that way? Or the trigger words. You're noticing your blind spots. These are assessments. So you took your cultural assessment the other day, cultural intelligence, emotional intelligence, strengths finder, all of that talks about the self. So leading self is the first big bucket. The second bucket of leadership development is leading others. That's the typical, almost the management side, where you lead people. This is where you are helping deal with conflict resolutions. You're motivating others. You are now concerned with getting others to do the best they can, right? You have more interpersonal skills. So introspection is about you, leading self. Interpersonal is with others. And the third area that leaders need to do well in is the skill sets of organizational leadership, or leading the organization. So that's about team culture, team building. That is about vision casting, communicating a clear and articulate mission statement, but also um, uh, communicating values that are important in the organization. So, does this make sense? So, those are three big buckets that good leaders are aware of and they begin thinking about it all the time. And so, for me, as I lead my organization, I'm always thinking about the three things. I want to be able to build my character, build myself up, and know my deficiencies. I also want to be able to manage and coach up others around me to do the best they can. And at the same time, I need to make sure that the organization fits a particular culture that I see fitting a high performing culture, a high valued culture, and that's what we call organizational culture, right? So hopefully this makes sense, gives you a little tidbit of what I do, but also the stuff that you're reading hopefully summarizes these areas of leadership. Is that cool? Make sense? All right, my 6 minutes is up. I hope you have a great week in week 6. Uh, the topic this week is encourage the heart, and that's a lot of doing in here. That's the passion of why we do what we do. So carry on, lead on. God bless. Bye bye, guys.